hablo desde la prisión. Wilson Manyoma. Borbona.
That beat is fire.
Yeah.
Come on, that beat is fire, bro. Don't play with me, bro. That beat is fire.
If we when we make it big, dude, I'm gonna do a montage. I'm gonna have somebody go through every episode and find all the clips of you saying that in the very beginning of every episode and just montage it all up. But you were just saying to me how are you getting used to it, or how are you? What I believe you said, are you finally getting used to driving again in your old neighborhood?
I'm still getting used to it. Everybody's in a bad mood.
Yeah.
Everybody's mad all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody, I don't know if it's people are illiterate or it's people don't read the language. I don't know what it is. But everybody drives like they're guessing what the signs say and what everything says.
I'll have you know that those signs, like stop, whether it says stop or para, it's the same shape back home and the same colors. Exactly. It's not like in other countries that stop sign ain't red.
100%.
It's red and white everywhere.
Yeah. Dude, it even looks the same, like just with some squiggles on it in like the desert and the Middle East.
It's an octagon.
Yeah.
That's red with white letters. That means stop everywhere.
Everywhere. Pare.
Yeah.
You know, but anyway, it's a little crazy. People don't make rights on red when you can.
Oh,
just things like that that add 5 minutes to your commute.
Yeah.
You know, when you
okay, all right, that's not. But that's one of those things where it's like, is that an option
to not make one?
Yeah,
I think it's almost you're obligated to make it because now you're directly impacting the commute of everyone else.
Well, what if? But okay, I guess if it's like blatantly safe, if it's like 15 seconds have passed and there's no cars coming, or if there's no cars coming at all, and there's you're making a right on red, then yeah, okay, I could agree with that. But sometimes I feel like people behind me on a red want me to make treacherous decisions and jump in front of cars. We'll try to make a right on red, and I'm like, and they'll be beeping, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going yet.
No, that's just people are idiots.
Okay.
That's just, if somebody comes up to your window and asks you, what the hell are you doing? If you have an answer that makes sense, you're fine.
Yeah.
Think about it in every single scenario.
Bro, that's so true, because one time I was on a 1-lane street that had a lane in the middle. So it was a 3-lane street. It was an oncoming, a turning lane, and a
straight lane?
And a straight lane.
Okay.
There was a guy in the turning lane that was trying to come into my lane, the straight lane. And he kind of came in quick and like rode the line when he was coming in. He touched the other line. So I beeped at him thinking that he was going to come into my lane.
Yeah, you gave him like a little toot-toot.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's a red light in front of us. He's still in the turning lane when we get to the red light, and he's in a convertible. And he's like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, dude, I didn't know if you were going to hit me or not. And he was like, oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, sorry. And after he was so cool about it, I was like, my bad. I didn't even, if I would have known you was this cool, I wouldn't have beeped at you. If I would have known that you knew I was there, I wouldn't have beeped at you. But I just didn't want you to hit me.
Yeah, no, but both of you guys, see, that's men in that scenario.
Yeah.
See how that just worked out?
Yeah.
You know
I once also told the guy to fuck himself for 15 minutes in standstill traffic in a Honda Fit, and at the end of it, we kind of just laughed it off.
Yeah. No, sometimes it's weird in traffic. I had a dude do something similar to what you did, like had a logical response or whatever. Bro, when you have those turns that are, once you make the turn, there's like a left you need to make. Like, let's say you're making a right, but you only have like 20 yards to get into the turning lane to make a left, because you have to make a first left.
Okay, yeah.
There's one like it in Brentwood.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking
which
about?
Which one?
When you come off the off ramp, when you come off the off ramp and then you're on, I think it's 111. You know, when you come off the off ramp from the Southern State and you got 111 right there, that you had to make that first turn if you're trying to go to Spur. You know, you know what I'm saying? It's like an impossible turn. But anyway, I was making a similar turn. And so I make the right, and then I have to get over to the left. It was actually to get into the Petco on Waverly.
Okay. I know
You know,
exactly
like toward
where it is.
Patchogue, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, there's a Panera Bread in there.
Yeah, but I don't know why you would reference the food place when you want to remind me where you're talking about. But there's also an AutoZone there. Could have said
There
that.
was, but no, it's not
Nah,
an
it's
AutoZone.
not there no more.
It's a Pep Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, so I make the right, and then I go to get in the left lane, and there's a dude coming straight from the other side, which I get, you know.
He's coming over that bridge hot.
Yeah, bro, we end up both at the light there. So I like got over because like he let me get over because it was real bad. Like I didn't make the greatest decision. You know, I know that I didn't make the greatest decision, but I needed to get over there.
Yeah, and you only
know what I'm saying?
have 2.5 car lengths.
Yeah.
To get over to that turning lane.
Correct.
Where you're talking about.
Yes. So when we're both at the light, the dude looks at me and he's like, "Are you effing kidding me?" He said, "You think that was a thing to do?" And I'm like, no. I'm like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "That was crazy." He was like, "What are you doing?" He said, "You think that was smart?" That's what he told me. And I said, "No." I was like, "My bad." I was like, to be honest, I said, "Wasn't the best move." And he was like, "Jesus Christ." But then he just stopped talking. He was just like looking out the front, toward the front. But I think just knowing I was wrong and taking accountability for that stupid move, I think it completely diffused the situation.
He would have still been talking right now if you would have been arguing with him.
Oh, yeah. Nah, he probably would have got out. That's the kind of thing. If you're that mad about that move, and then somebody just throws gas on it, it's like, what? Who cares? Shut up. Imagine I say like, shut up, man. Who cares? That guy be like, what? What the hell?
Yeah.
He would have got out and showed me, you know, these colors don't run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or he would have got out and became another victim.
Yeah, it's very possible that he wasn't going to do well if he did that. But if he did do it, you know, I would have understood if I antagonized him and, you know.
And Spaz, no, we no longer have red light cameras in Suffolk because this is America, baby.
Yeah, but we do have red light cameras, which is why I don't like that.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Okay.
We don't have red light. They're not going to go off.
They're not giving you tickets.
Yeah, but
that's all we know.
But the cameras are still up.
They're still up, and I'm sure they're still on, and I'm sure they're using them for surveillance, and they're watching people. I'm sure that thing is on at all times. So think about it. And the red light camera program ran for 15 years.
Uh-huh.
Right?
I know, we talked about
15 years. So I know that shit is up they got the quick money grab, 15 years, and now they could use it for surveillance. And they're like, we're doing you a favor. We're taking away something that we never should have done in the first place.
You never know, bro. This is probably some fucking agency that didn't respond to Trump's email, and now, you know, they're going to be kaput. How gangster is it? I don't think that the president understands the level of autism that this guy operates on. Like when he told them to go harder, and then he just emailed them all from like this, I guess from this, you know, like
he's like, I got a .gov now, bitch.
Yeah, he was like, and I want you guys to all tell me what you guys did for work last week in 5 bullet points. Failure to respond to the email will be taken as like
a resignation.
A resignation.
I think it is. So what do you think? You think it's crazy?
And then he tweeted it first, and then he really sent the email afterwards. Sharing this stuff on social media, I don't think is necessary. I think it's like, let's leave America in America. Social media is for the world, and I know that our politics are essentially for the world too, but I think to mix these two things is a dangerous game, and I don't want to be playing with it, right? It's never been done before where you see politicians talking about, tomorrow I'm going to go and, you know, pass this bill, and then tomorrow, like, no, while I do think it's good for transparency, he's not doing it for that. He's doing it to flex. Like because his email didn't even state anything about a resignation, which means that he was just stunting in his tweet. This is a guy who lied about his, Diablo gameplay. This is a guy with like a bunch of baby mamas who all say he ain't shit. And I don't dislike Elon, but he's making me find these things out about him because he's doing all this irrational shit. Like, take it easy, bro. It's been 3 weeks, dude.
Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. But I do think that some of it's not irrational.
Some of it is not, but this
a
last
lot of it's
is.
not. I mean, let's be honest, bro. Let's be honest. We know that the majority of people that are working for the government from home aren't doing shit. Right?
Okay, yeah, I could agree with that.
Would you agree that the majority are not doing shit? So
I would agree. Yeah, I guess it's such a, okay, let's just say yeah, sure.
Or they're doing much less than what they're being paid for.
I don't even know. Why are they home?
That's the whole thing. He's
Why
like,
are
yo,
they
you
still
need to go
home?
to the office. And the people are refusing. They're like, no, we're not going home. Like, we're not going to the office. To me, I picture this because, listen, we got to be honest, right? I've had years in my life when I was younger where I had jobs where I really didn't do shit. And those were great jobs for the time and for the age I was. I loved it. It was great. I didn't do much. I got paid well enough. And cool. Leave me alone. The times when I got butthurt and I got irritated was when somebody came in and wanted to interfere with me not doing shit. Everybody's been there in their life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the response we're getting from the government, from everybody on the left about that.
So the one thing about working from home that I will say, to play devil's advocate, I think, at least from what's been told to me, that statistically people get more work done at home.
They say statistics actually refute that. So there must be specifics about that. It might be tech jobs from
Maybe
home.
it's just for tech, because I remember because I've been work from home pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
And people keep, like, someone asked me the other day if I'm going back to the office, and I was like, I ain't going back to the office. Not only do I not work for the man, I work for a different man, not the man. A man.
Yeah.
I'm not working for myself. A man, but not the man. And I was working from home. I was like what do they call it?
Hybrid.
Where we were just working to three from home, 2 in the office. And my office doesn't exist anymore. But one of the things that they were saying when they were talking about the possibilities of going back to the office at some point, they were saying, well, like, people are more productive at home. And I could kind of see that, because like I'll give you like one like little example. When you go to work in the morning, right? And let's say you work 9 to 5. You never really start working at 9. Because I'll use you go in, you put all your, let's say you get there at 8:58. You get there at 9. You get there, you put your coat down, get, kind of settle in. You go make a cup of coffee.
Yeah, you say hi to a couple of people.
Yeah, it's like when you're working in those jobs are like office jobs. If you're working in one of those jobs where you're like, where they're slaving you from the second you get there, then it's like, I can understand, like, you get there, you start, even those jobs, you still get to fuck around for 10, 15 minutes before you start working.
Yeah.
Dude, when you work from home, like, the second it hits 9 o'clock, that's it. Like,
yeah, you're right. Because I do a little bit of, somewhat remote work. It's kind of hybrid too in another job I have. And I do find that I'm ready to go right then, because my phone starts ringing at 5.
Yeah.
My emails start going off at 5, because I have to be ready, because the network of people I work with is so large that it's a very good possibility somebody in there is already ready and is ready to call me. They're waiting for that time to call me, so I just have to be ready.
So that's why I could see, like, from my perspective, unless like what you're saying refutes the statistics that I'm referring to, I was kind of like, well, it's not that big of a deal that they work from home. But in your defense, I do think that some people don't do shit when they work from home, because you've seen when the Schmovid happened, there was a lot of people working 2 or 3 jobs from home, not doing shit at any of them.
Yeah, and they were getting paid.
Yeah, they were
like,
getting
well,
paid.
for a lot.
So, I listen, if there's no reason for them to be home, if they have to work with a team and that team needs to be together, send them back to the office. If they only were home because of the pandemic, send them back. The pandemic's over. Send them back to the office. I don't care.
Yeah.
But what I was going to say before about, the email he sent. I don't think that I wonder if him and his team have the expertise to really be able to justify all of these different people's roles, because it's not like he's analyzing a single department.
I do agree with that. I do. It's going to have to be something where, there's going to be a bit of a learning curve. I think there might be a few weeks where they're going to realize who they have to call back like they had to do it in the past.
Yeah.
What do you got there?
Spaz says, and I want to go back. Cloudy's in the chat. Well, Cloudy, he said, there is an entrance if you just go straight. And that was referring to where you turned at. And he is correct. If you just go straight, you can make the right by Starbucks, which is what he says, and go into that parking lot. But then you're on the complete other side of the shopping center. Yeah,
but, if you do go in that way, it's, now you got to worry about everybody behind you that's getting ready to merge on the highway, and you're about to just stop everybody and make a right.
But you're on the right lane. The left lane is for the highway.
Yeah, that's true, but that's if idiots know what they're doing. A lot of people are going to try to race up on the right and cut across to the left. It's just the way idiots operate.
Idiots will be idiots. And then as Spaz, and I'm hoping I'm reading this inflection correctly, sarcastically says, yeah, like when customers have the balls to show up 30 minutes before closing, the audacity to show up while we're still open, pissing me off.
I agree. See, that's another similar response that I've had a lot of times that makes sense. You feel that as the employee.
Yeah.
But from an outside perspective, like, I know the reaction that we're getting from a lot of the Democrats and a lot of the people that are mad they're looking into the money. They're like, stop looking into the money and don't ask. I deal with the people. It reminds me of like Office Space. You remember when they asked that old guy what his job is? When they bring those two guys, and he's like, I work with the people so that they don't have to. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, I bring the papers from, accounts to billing. Like, this is what I do. And they're like, like, tell us more. And he's sweating because he knows his job is bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think that in a world of career bureaucrats, these are people that made a career out of this elected kind of position, or this position where you're appointed by elected officials. And they're really not supposed to be forever jobs, in my opinion. Not really made that way.
Well, I think, don't they have like a really good like retirement plan or something like that?
Yeah, they do. It's just, I'm saying that these roles were never meant initially
to
be forever jobs. Just like politics wasn't supposed to be forever jobs. They used to elect like the blacksmith to be the mayor and shit like that. Like, there wasn't just your job was to be a politician. This is my job. I don't have a real job.
Yeah. The sheriff was also like the mayor,
Yeah, he
and
was the
like,
judge.
He didn't even want to be the guy, but they just picked him, so he has to do it.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying. Another thing is, why are people mad that this guy's saving money?
Bro, they have found hundreds of billions of dollars in waste.
They're talking about giving everybody a $5,000 check, and I bet you everybody cashes that shit. Why are you all upset? Like, if they're finding deficiencies, and these deficiencies are like correct, then why would you be upset that they're fixing it?
That's what I'm saying. They should be able to audit that. This is like any job. Why are we treating the government different than any other job? Any job, you get performance evaluations. You get, they want to know. You have to sit at meetings. You have to give presentations. Like, every job works that way. I don't care what it is. There's an observation. If you're a teacher, they go and observe you. If you're a nurse, they go and observe you. Like, there's things you do in your career. As a surgeon, you got to get accredited again. You got to go and test again.
Every week, I have to send out a report
of what you did.
Of all the accomplishments.
So you see what I'm saying?
This week's accomplishments. in progress.
Yeah, updates on everything you're working on.
And then the last one is like the high level.
Like probably, high level, and you probably have to put like barriers. Like what do
risks, issues,
there
concerns.
You go. Exactly.
All those things
so
are included too.
That's the kind of stuff.
Decisions made. It's
That's how businesses operate.
Yeah.
So the fact that people's minds are exploding because they're actually asking these people that are paid for with tax dollars what they're doing. Why is that so offensive? What the hell are y'all doing? Yeah. When you're home, what are you doing? Is your kid being homeschooled by you while you're home, or are you working?
I had this same feeling when we talked about unions a couple weeks ago.
Well, that was different.
No, it's the same shit.
No, but unions exist. They're still part of something. They're protected to a point.
Yeah.
But unions are a little different because they're abused. They're not allowed to do whatever they want. Instead, you would get abused if it wasn't for unions. Like with the government.
Now they do what they want because they got the union. Now it takes us 32 years to build a house.
Yeah.
When it should and we gotta pay twice the fucking cost.
Yeah, I get it. It makes sense. All right, but we're talking about the government.
And
right?
the unions got some fucking DEI shit too. Because anytime if you go build a house in the Bronx, 20% of your workers got to be from the Bronx, even if they're dog shit builders.
That's fair.
That's fair. Why wouldn't we want the best? No.
You're right. I agree with you.
Why wouldn't we want the best?
You should have the best.
The union's like letting these guys work from home.
Yeah, you should have the best.
The way they're working there.
Yeah, but it's not. The thing is, they're not being paid with tax dollars, right?
They're not the government.
They're not the government. Like, that's my thing. Like, if they're taking our money and they're spending it and they're paying people and they're doing whatever they're doing, why don't we have a right to know what's going on with it? Where's the money going? There should be, I'm dead serious, unless there's really something classified related to weaponry or personnel or something that is a cost. Like, there should be a fairly transparent invoice that is sent out, annually or something to the American people. You should be able to access it. Send it, maybe not to all the people, maybe send it to all the libraries or send it to all the post offices. Somewhere where it's, yeah, somewhere where it's accessible to the American people to see where the money's going. What business? Imagine, we're the stakeholders in the government.
Yeah.
That's what we are. We are 100% the people invested with the skin in the game. They're taking our money.
Yep.
Imagine a business where the board, everybody that is a stakeholder in that company, everybody that's investing in that company that has money tied in, board members, that they don't get a report on where their money's being spent. You mean to tell me a board member of a hospital isn't being told where they're spending the money? Of course they are.
Yep, and it better be a cover sheet on that TPS report.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't get why people are getting upset. And he's finding a bunch of bullshit that they're spending money on. Yeah. And when you're finding stuff, you can't continue to complain.
You mentioned the possibility of employees kind of like doing less, like in, I guess, like as a pushback.
What, like that quiet quitting thing?
Yeah. You think that's what's going on with the air traffic controllers? You think that they're just letting planes do all this weird shit now because Elon's coming?
No, I think it's a matter of... see, this is where I say I don't know if this is all new or if this is stuff that's been happening and they just haven't been telling us about it.
No, I don't know. Just today, another plane almost crashed into another plane. Two planes almost crashed into each other. One like commercial airline plane was landing. We got the video. You put it up. We'll watch it together.
All right, let's do it.
Video 1. I hope. Let's pray. Did I do it right? Here we go.
So this is a Southwest flight.
Yeah.
Right? That's landing at an airport. And then right across, as they're landing on the runway, a private jet crosses their path trying to either move the plane or take off. Do you see that? Look at that plane. The Southwest plane had to go back up and take off again.
Yeah.
To avoid hitting that airplane.
That guy definitely got up from the chair and took some of the leather with him.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Look at this.
God, shout out that pilot, man. He needs to get some kind of...
Blowjob?
That pilot deserves some kind of recognition. 100%.
Look at this.
That is nuts. Yeah, you might be right. Recognition's not enough.
Yeah. After a move like this?
Yeah, recognition's not enough, man.
You think a badge? You think like the trunk of metal is going to fucking... No.
Yeah, no, that was... But that is crazy. So I don't know. Again, there's no way that this is just new stuff. Maybe this is just the recurrent, kind of the dividends being paid, so to speak, of the changes that they made recently. Remember in the last couple years, they decreased all the regulations on airplane safety. They got rid of a lot of people that were inspecting the planes and doing work, and they were finding crazy stuff wrong with the airplanes. Like guys were using duct tape to
I was just gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, they were taping stuff. They were doing crazy shit. So do you think we're seeing that now? We're seeing the results of that? You think we're seeing the kind of the DEI stuff? You think these are female pilots?
No.
What's
do
going
I think
on?
these are blind pilots that they were forced to hire?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got one blind and one deaf guy in there. I don't know. I think that this is what's weird is that it's all happening so close together.
Yeah. That's what
it's like a week hasn't gone by where there hasn't been another fucking airplane thing. Like at this point, I'll be relieved if they find one of these guys landed successfully drunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is a thing. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, you think there's a new rule now that they can't check them before flights, and now these guys are tuned up? You think Biden dropped something on his way out? He said, "Joke's on you guys. You can't test pilots anymore."
Yeah. Imagine, that's terrifying. But no, all kidding
those
aside.
things fly themselves. Obviously not, right?
What's that?
I said, those things fly themselves.
Yeah, they do, man.
But
it's just sometimes the flight gear is not the greatest, But anyway, all kidding aside, we got to figure out this shit with the planes.
Especially because now they're going to have fucking cars flying. You see that car they unveiled at this San Diego Auto Show?
No, I did not.
They
flying car?
Did
we see it fly? Did they fly it?
Dude, they flew it.
Shut up. They flew it?
They flew it in a simulated environment.
What does that mean? They put it in one of those skydive tunnels?
What?
Come on, bro.
No,
they
had a fake little city with a street with cars in it, but there was nobody driving them.
Oh, so they flew them around like Universal Studios or something?
It's ALEF, something European.
ALEF.
Car unveiled at Silicon Valley Auto Show, fully electric, only $300,000.
That's it, to hover around and fly?
It drives too. It doesn't just hover. The motherfucker drives and then will just take off.
Wait a minute.
It sounds crazy.
It sounds like a DeLorean or something, bro. Can you
it
time
looks like
travel
a
in that thing?
DeLorean. It looks like an all-black DeLorean, a little wider.
Damn, it's all black. For some reason, I pictured it being like silver with a lot of windows.
Well, this iteration is black. By the time people start buying... Can you just make this and then start driving this around? Does this meet DOT standard? The fact that there was a price on it made me think, wait, someone's going to be able to whip this thing around?
Bro, it means that some rich dude already has it. That means Jeff Bezos is already picking up his chick.
Dude,
that's what that means.
Have you been around a drone?
Have I been around a drone?
Yeah, have you ever heard a drone?
Yeah, bro, I've flown drones, bro.
Okay, I don't know,
Come
man.
on, son. Give me a little more credit than that, dog.
Have you flown drones?
Yeah, I've flown drones, bro.
Okay, cool. So you know how loud they are.
Yes, even the small ones are loud.
They make that.
Yeah.
Bro, this thing sounds crazy. They don't sound like helicopters that are they whine.
How does it fly? What's the mechanism? It's like some kind of a hoverboard type
it looks
of thing?
like a drone. It's just 4 things.
Wait, 4 propellers?
Yes. That's what it looks like.
Wait a minute. There's propellers.
Wait, how else would it fly?
Bro,
You tell me how you think it flies. Hold on. How do you think it flies? You think it's boosters?
Bro,
What you? What that's
you want me to tell you what I'm picturing right now, bro? I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. I'm picturing someone with like 2 upside down sternos. You know what I'm saying? That just got that thing going, like where it can't fly over you because it'll pulverize you. It'll vaporize you. You'll turn, you know.
There's a video of it flying over other cars, which is a crazy incentive to show people.
Yeah, imagine that shit, like LA traffic.
Yeah, you'll lose a wig doing that shit. Whoever.
Imagine that.
Not in the hood. That's crazy. No, it's electric, so there's no sternos involved. Very funny though. When you said, "Wait, it's propellers," I was like, "Hold on."
I'm telling you, I pictured like that. You know, like that negative, like that magnet technology.
Yeah.
You know, where like they go against each other. You know, I was like, oh, maybe they'll like magnetize the roads or something like that. And like, yeah, no, I was thinking crazy stuff, bro. I was not thinking just propellers.
It'd be impressive.
Where do the propellers come from if it drives too?
I guess they're just like above the wheels.
Do the wheels just turn like this, like the spider, like the Superman ride? They just turn in like this, and then you just they turn into propellers. Them spinners, you got spree wells on that thing. You just start flying everywhere.
It looks just like. I wish I would have put the video up.
Looks like that thing we used to fly when we were kids, like where you pull a propeller and it would fly up, and it had like the 4 propellers under it.
It looks like a car. It doesn't not look like a car. It just looks like super futuristic, and then this motherfucker flies. You know?
All right.
So it's I want to pull up a picture of it for you.
Yeah, I was gonna do it right now.
Okay, good. But it's impressive.
This thing looks ugly as hell. Let me tell the people. If it's the one that you're talking about, 14 hours ago, video flying car developed by Aleph.
Yes.
Aeronautics.
What did I say? Aleph?
Aleph? I don't know how you say that. No, I'm not agreeing to all this bullshit. Why they always want to put all these cookies on my shit? Continue without agreeing. Oh, this must be the concept.
Let me see.
Is this the concept?
They put a price on it. That's it right there.
That thing looks like a UFO on purpose. That thing, they mean for that thing to look like a UFO. Look, let me show it to the people. This page is loading, but damn, it's mad
That's
hard.
going to be difficult to do anyways. It's too small of a picture.
Yeah, I mean, if I get close enough, they can see it.
Okay.
I'll do it for the people, bro.
I think we should try at the very least for them.
There, that thing hovering over that, like, old-ass Yukon. That's what looks like a truck they used to, like, shoot at. To simulate, like, hostage situations or something like that.
It's,
yeah, that thing looks like a UFO, and I think it's on purpose.
$300,000, dude. That could be yours.
For sure.
$300,000, I think it'd be yours.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what the regulations are, because it's unregulated. That's the last thing. You fly that thing in like the wrong airspace, you get shot down. They're like, today, a school teacher driving to, commuting to work was shot down by American forces for flying in restricted airspace.
And I wonder how much height. I don't think you get that much height out of those puppies. I think you're probably only going to get maybe 10, 15 feet. But listen, I know you got a lot of stuff to talk about today. I don't want to we're getting deep into the episode, and I don't want to miss out on any of the goodies you brought.
I had a couple things to talk about. That one thing that I thought was crazy. Did you see what Ye was up to on Instagram? I don't know what he was up to.
No, I heard that things are getting more serious about their divorce, though.
Oh, is that true? Is that true?
I also heard he doesn't have a prenup.
He's nuts.
But I don't know how true any of this is. But go ahead. What's he up to? What is he up to?
So this guy...
Is he wearing his shirt around Hollywood?
No, it's something different. He posts a video of Tina Knowles, which is Beyonce's mom, like at an office, like it looked like some kind of office celebration. Like she was going down like kind of like this aisle of people that were like clapping, and so I don't know if
like
she
Soul Train?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I wrote in here. In my notes, I said dancing like Soul Train. Showed a video of her dancing in an office like Soul Train, and also showed a DM. So he said something like game about to slide or something like that. The game is about to slide. I'm like, what is he talking about? He said something like that. And he also posts a DM of, he said, this game's phone. And it was a DM that he had sent to Tina Knowles on the account. And it was a banana emoji. So I'm like, is this guy insinuating that the game is hooking up with Beyonce's mom or something? I'm like, I don't know what he's trying to say. Maybe he's trying to insinuate something and then it's going to be some kind of collaboration, some collaborative effort or something. Like when Snoop Dogg did that whole, I'm not smoking no more, like I'm going smokeless. When he tweeted that and everybody was like, oh my God. And it turned out he was doing a solo stove, smokeless fire pit.
Yeah,
you
that
know,
was the worst fucking marketing.
Yeah, but a lot of people were intrigued by it. It got my attention. I was like, God, this guy stopped smoking. I'm like, this is crazy. I was like, he's going to lose a lot of money. I'm sure he's endorsed now with the legalization.
It
but
upset me.
Anyway, yeah. So he posted. So I'm like, dude, mom's got to be off limits.
Dude.
Moms are off limits.
Didn't we talk about this a couple weeks ago? Didn't LeBron's teammate dig out his mom's?
Allegedly.
That's crazy,
moms and wives are off limits. Stop doing that stuff.
But also, her mom can't be a perra either. She can't just be letting the game slide in her DMs and entertain that nonsense.
It looked to me like it was Kanye's hand. The hand was darker than Game's hand.
But
Game's
Kanye
light-skinned.
said this is Game's phone.
Yeah, he said this Game's phone.
He probably showed it to him.
I feel like he was with him or something like that.
I wouldn't doubt it. They had a song together on his last album.
Did they?
Yeah.
On whose last album?
Kanye's.
Okay. All right. So
Or 2 albums ago.
That was one thing that I wanted to say. And then I wanted to bring something to you, and I think we could end the episode on this. Because I think we could end the episode on this because I think that I'm intrigued to hear what you think about this. So, you know Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
Right? Everybody knows Stephen A. Smith. He was having some kind of interview-style conversation. I don't know if it was on a podcast. I'm not sure what it was on. And this was about a week ago, so I'm surprised it's not hitting the news anymore because I found it to be hilarious. But he's got Chad Ochocinco, and they're talking. Chad Ochocinco goes on to tell Stephen A. Smith that he had a surgery to extend his piece. He got his piece lengthened.
They do that?
That was my thoughts. I thought
they add sponge?
I mean, I don't know. I said, what is this?
We give him a cadaver?
I have no idea. I wonder if it's covered by insurance. Do you have to qualify? Like bariatric surgery? Do you have to be a certain weight and then, for insurance to cover it? How does that work?
He's been open about the fact that he lacks in the length department.
Well, he went all the way with this one. He said that he got it lengthened. You want to hear why why he made the decision? What experience it was he had?
Uh-huh.
He said that he was with a young lady. They were doing some things.
Yeah.
And she said something along the lines of, go deeper.
Yeah.
He said, I can't. He said, I'm as deep as it goes. So that had evidently some kind of effect on him, and he says he went and got some kind of procedure done, bro.
He told that story to Shannon Sharp.
Okay.
On their podcast, he tells the story about being with the girl and just not having he's like, I ain't got the meat for all that. You know?
Oh, maybe it was on Shannon Sharp, and maybe Stephen A. Smith was reacting on the video I saw.
I don't know, but
Either way,
the one I'm talking about is old, so he probably told. It's more likely that he's told the story again.
Okay.
I'm more intrigued by the surgery. What are they doing?
Dude,
he got it lengthened?
Apparently, that's what he said.
How do you think they do that? Do you think they stuff it from the back, or do you think they cut it in half and add more? Where do they do? They can't go the base? How do you attack something like that?
Dude, it's such a specific tissue type.
You got to get it.
You don't have tissue like that anywhere else in your body. It's very specific tissue. It's different than anything else. So I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know if they're implanting something. It's it's as intriguing as it is concerning. Because I'm like, really? Is that what we're doing now? You're risking something going wrong to say that it's longer?
Well, what's the risk here?
Bro, we're talking about that you're messing with the only piece you got. You're messing with the only piece you got, bro.
I want to play the Shannon when he told it to Shannon Sharp. So
Okay.
the people.
Play. How long is it? Well, it's talking. I don't think it'll be a problem.
That you have feelings about and that you love, and hearing her say, "Go deeper, stay with me, y'all."
This is the one I heard.
Deeper. And mind you, as she continues to whisper this in my ear, I'm already all the way in. So then, subconsciously, mentally, I'm gone. My ego, I'm hurt, and that's something I don't wish on no.
She already knew, Ocho.
You know?
She knows you were a short fisherman.
Yeah.
You ain't no deep sea fisherman. You ain't got that kind of meat on you.
I know that.
George, what are you talking about?
I don't come with scuba gear.
Ocho.
I don't come with scuba
I
gear.
don't come with scuba gear. I told her, and I ain't really been the same.
Yeah, you
since then.
fishing.
This was
You
way back
fishing
in
with a cane
87.
pole. You gotta have a rod and reel to spin it on out there.
Yeah.
You ain't got that on you.
I tell you.
Oh my God.
That's what
that was what I heard. Yeah, so it must have been Stephen A. Smith responding to it. That's old, you said?
That's old, yeah. And he must have just gotten the surgery, and they're referring back to when he said this to let the world know that he ain't got all this meat. But now he got the surgery, he got the extendo. Fillet. Must be a fillet. They definitely do. Now that I'm thinking about it, vertical cut. Yeah.
Ow!
A vertical, and then
No.
And then they stuff it probably.
What, they butterfly that thing?
Maybe not the whole thing. Maybe they just, and then they pump something from the back. Because if
But
you give it
how?
more of that, because they say it's just like a sponge, right? So we just add more sponge, it can hold more blood, no?
But it's not like a sponge.
It's not?
Nah, it's not like a sponge. It's very specific. It's tissue that is soft and then is not soft anymore.
But is it like fat where it's like you could just put more of it in there?
No, I think it's
Why
special
not?
kind
Is
of
it all
tissue.
connected?
It's special kind of tissue that receives the blood, I think. That then,
Yeah, but if I put more of that tissue in there, it could receive more of the blood, no?
Yeah, where are you going to get that tissue?
A cadaver.
Then you got to take anti-rejection drugs
It is what it is.
and stuff. What if your body starts attacking your piece? That's what ends up happening with transplants. Your immune system starts to attack the organ. Like cells.
The organs, not like ligaments and things, right?
Yes.
Ligaments too?
Yeah, bro. Your body can start to attack an implant, like a hip replacement, stuff like that. There's all kinds of stuff that happens.
And that just means that they've already perfected that science of, giving you the medicine so your body doesn't do it.
Yeah, but it's still not a guarantee. I mean, it's still not a guarantee. So you want to roll that dice? You want to take
How much are they
anti-rejection drugs for the rest of your life?
Oh, you have to take it forever?
Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, you get a new kidney, you're taking meds. Your body could always just turn on that organ at any time.
A kidney's so much bigger than just a little bit of extra dick meat, you know?
Yeah, but it could attack that cadaver tissue just the same.
If they give you the whole cadaver, like if they do a schlong for schlong, conversion, then I think that's more risky. But to add a little more to yours, the thing that set it off for me is that you said they gave him more length. Maybe
that's what he said.
But maybe that's like a skin graft they're doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a lift, but it's not a lift. You know they do face.
So what? You think it's like a carport under there? It's just empty flap. Like they just got this. They just kind of separated the two pieces, and then they just put like a little net around it.
No.
So that thing is like.
Let's not be so barbaric. Hear
You know
me
what I'm
out.
saying?
I think they do a light cut on the outside, right? Deep, but not deep enough. Enough that you could kind of just pull back, right? And then add another little layer of skin there. And then everything eventually will just fill itself back up, and then boom, you got more length.
I don't know, man. I mean, it sounds like a resection kind of is what you're talking about. They do that with like the intestines. Like they'll cut the intestines, they'll take out that piece, and then they'll reattach it. I don't know.
Now imagine the intestine was full of. Let's think of a good hot Italian sausage, right? If I took a hot Italian sausage and I just broke the skin on the outside. And then I pulled it back a little bit, right? Just in one direction. And then I took more of the skin they use.
The casing, yeah.
The casing. And I just patched that spot.
Yeah, I mean, if your piece was made of chop meat.
If you roll the joint and you just cut a slit on the paper on the outside and you pull it out a little bit and then take the glue from another joint paper and just seal that patch, and then you shake it around, theoretically, you got a longer joint. Same thing with the sausage. Now imagine maybe your body will make more sausage meat, like if it has the room.
You think you'll evolve to fill that gap?
Well, you know how snakes just grow as big as their environment, like sharks and shit?
Yeah.
We don't. That could be something new that we haven't found out about, like Binga technology, where that you just don't have enough room. But if they give you the headroom, no pun intended, that you will get the automatic Binga regeneration. It's like a defense mechanism where your body will just fill up the rest of the pingation area. I don't want to get too scientific, but maybe that's what happens.
Yo, you know what? I'm sold, bro.
I'm honestly
sold.
surprised.
I'm sold. Where do they do it?
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised they haven't been doing this sooner. Isn't it crazy with all the female surgery? We talked about this before, but isn't it crazy with all the female surgeries they haven't been giving people extendos?
Yeah, I think we said that before, but yeah, I'm telling you, I think it's just tricky, dude.
Because there's so many moving parts, right?
Yes,
Yeah, but they're probably getting better. Listen, when they first started doing breast implants, they built them for speed.
Yeah.
Now you look at them, revolutionary. Yeah. Under the muscle, over the muscle. You want to be built for speed or comfort. They give you a binder to look through before you get your tits done.
Yeah,
you
for
say,
sure.
Which one of these do you want?
Yeah, they got something like glory hole, but except it's up top, and they just put your hands in there, and they're like, "What do you feel? Which ones do you like?"
Yeah, better, worse.
You know what I'm saying?
Better, worse.
Yeah.
It's like going to the eye doctor. When McDonald's opened, they had a single burger. You know what I'm saying? These are things that evolve over time with, the greatness of man, the improvements of technology.
100%. I mean, there's nothing better that they could be using technology for, honestly.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
My only gripe about this is by the time they perfect this, I'm not going to fucking, want it anymore.
Yeah.
I think right now would be the time, Nah, maybe when I was younger.
Yeah, maybe, Yeah, I think we'll leave that technology and those procedures to the younger generation. I mean, let's be honest, man. They're really not having kids, and they're not doing nothing with that piece anyway.
I'll tell you one thing. If this becomes a thing, you know how people exaggerate on everything.
Oh, yeah.
People are going to be giving themselves the craziest dogs.
You think there's going to be a dude, that chick that smashes cans with her knockers? You think there's going to be dudes on YouTube smashing
cans? Dude, there's going to be dudes folding hoods in half. There's going to be dudes tacoing hoods on Honda Civics. There's going to be a fucking competition. You ever see the dudes cut wood? You ever see the competition?
When they chop? Yeah.
They're chopping like rope, and then they're chopping wood. They're doing all these different things. It's going to be that same exact event, except dudes with their dicks. And it's going to be different, obviously not wood. You guys get what I'm saying. It's a work in progress. But yeah, 100%. If this becomes like a thing, people are going to begin to exaggerate, and there's going to be dudes giving themselves, double footlongs. Just things that are unnecessary.
Yeah, it's going to be, you're right. People would go overboard.
They're going to have to start building vaginas because, they're going to have to find a hole to fit this to park this thing in.
Yeah.
They're going to start making deeper ones. Next thing you know, it's going to get crazy, bro. These big butts, now they're going to have like something that also extends through there that makes the canal bigger.
Yeah, and just accessories. There's going to be a whole industry of accessories.
Like cloaks?
Bro.
Start putting jackets on these things?
Bro, not just cloaks. There's going to be things like, those sleeves where you can put beers now that go into like your golf bag?
Yeah.
Have you seen those? Yeah, there's going to be sleeves like that are sewn into the inside of underwear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And dudes are just going to put their piece in there and zip it up. It's going to be out of control.
Like a penis cozy of sorts.
Yes, exactly. Like a posy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, pocket full of posies.
Yeah, 100%.
You know?
Yeah, now I know what they were talking about.
A poozy.
Yeah, you know those things that they be advertising where at first it was like the Snuggie, like those oversized like things. There's gonna be one.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be, you know, some kind of, you know, like those devices that roll up your hose.
Yeah,
There's going to be pieces like that next to people's beds. So they can just roll their piece up and just let it, you know, just let it sit for the night, like
How
taking
do
your
you-
dentures out.
Dude, you're gonna have to tape that thing between the blades of your arms.
That's true. You're going to have
You're
to
gonna
run
have-
it multiple times across your back,
Yeah, you're gonna have to run it up your back. That thing's gonna be like one of those. It's just gonna be like an Avatar tail.
right? Yeah, drop that thing. Imagine, bro, you know, dude meets a girl and he just drops that thing like a rope ladder. He just pulls it out like he's just letting her up, like
Yeah,
just drop that thing out.
I really would love to know, like, if it still works well and if he lost any sensation, and like, you know,
We'll have to do some research. I'm sure we could find some peer-reviewed papers.
yeah.
Find some papers, and you know, I'll cite that shit and I'll break it down.
I want to know how they do it.
Yeah, I know we have a lot of questions, a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah,
We got any questions in the chat?
you knew this was gonna get me riled up.
I knew it, bro. You're gonna go down a rabbit hole tonight.
You can't.
I know it.
I could talk about. I could talk about that stuff for hours. I can't even help myself. Let's see. There's 3 inches that your body holds in, so they can remove the muscle that holds those 3 inches. Bam, you're 3 inches bigger. Oh,
Really? 3?
3, and I think that's probably average. If you got a hammer, then you're probably got more than 3 holding back there, right? Or maybe not. Or maybe if you got less on the outside, it's because you're holding too much on the inside.
I don't know. I think some people are showers and some people are growers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's people that got a whole bunch of slack hanging.
Yeah, that's a fact. But
And that thing is the whole thing.
Yeah. That's all you're going to
You
get
know?
right there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
You know?
He says it's like the root of a tree.
Like the root of a tree.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, bro. So maybe I'm right. There is like a rejuvenation thing because the root will come up if you just pull hard enough.
Huh.
But you got to give it the runway it needs. You got to put that dirt on top.
Yeah.
Give it the runway it needs. Extra, little quick,
A little gaff tape. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All right. I mean, I think we figured it out. That's what I think. I think another problem solved.
Mm-hmm.
Another revolution in science right here on the Master None podcast.
You know how when they do, I don't know what the procedure is, but they put mesh inside of a vein.
A stent.
A stent is like the thing that goes like this, right? But there's another one that's like a mesh that opens up the vein.
Yeah, it's like a tube, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a stent.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they place it's like a Chinese finger trap of like chicken wire. That's what it looks like, right?
If they did one of those,
Yeah, and
they
they
did a bigger
deploy it.
one, but they did it for your piece.
Yeah, you know.
You put a stent in there, and you get one that it doesn't blow. It doesn't, it's time release, and we put it in there, and then hit the switch.
This time release shit has an app.
Yeah,
You know, it has an app. You're like, listen, man, I'm picking up Shorty at 7
yeah.
tonight. I need you to deploy by 8:30.
They put rods in
know?
those things. They put rods in people's penises,
Yeah,
right?
bro, they got inflatable ones. They got implants that are inflatable for like rich dudes that can't get the piece going anymore.
They definitely have been making them bigger for a long time, and people don't talk about it because it's frowned upon. If they've been putting inflatable, they putting flotation devices in these things. Why can't they make them bigger?
Again, I think it's just the complexity of it, but who knows? We might just be out. We might just not be in the know. Who knows? When this podcast blows up, maybe Joe Rogan puts us on to his guy in Panama that'll give you 3 inches.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we're poor. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? We're not in being an extension, tax brackets.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's no real kind of, like beacho info out there for us unless we're, we know people.
That's for the elites.
Yeah. For the elites. God damn it. It's the Illuminati. They all got the extendos.
Yeah.
The Illuminati, bro.
You think when Obama hit the White House, they were like, "Where'd you get yours done?" And he was like, "Nope. All natural,
All
baby."
natty, baby. All natty.
Come on, man.
All natty, baby.
You're like, wow.
That's great. See, I think, I figured we would sign off on a
perfect.
pinga topic,
Yeah. My favorite. Jesus Christ. That's it. I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. So
That's all I got.
that's it, man.
They said it's like the root of a tree.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe it is. I mean, we got to do? We got to find somebody that got the pinga extendo and interview him on the podcast.
Yeah.
We got to see if there's anybody local. What do you
I'd
think?
love to know.
What do you think? Imagine if we were like, let's interview somebody. Oh, man, I bet we could put like an ad on Craigslist or something to find somebody that has an implant and just ask them questions about it.
About their implant?
Yeah.
I want somebody with the extendo.
Yeah, but those are going to be rare. Those are going to be rare, hard to find, 100%. Upper echelon of people.
You're
were
right,
just saying.
You're right.
That we're going to find some guy with an extendo that's probably like 70 or something like, with the implant. And we'll ask him, we'll be like, what is this thing? How does this thing work? Is there an app that makes it deploy when you're ready? Do you do something? Is there a sensor, almost like a glucose monitor? Those ones that people implant in themselves, tells them their blood sugar. What if something you go in and it's like, oh shit, you about to get some.
Yeah.
Oh shit, she likes it. She likes it. Third drink.
Yeah, you think you could turn it up?
Third drink. And she ate 6 of the oysters. She ate a half a dozen oysters. I think this guy's ready to go. So I'm curious. I think it would be interesting. Look, your brain is going. You think?
Yeah, I'd want mine to have RGB, and I don't need a Bluetooth speaker, but vibration, like feedback, would be cool. If you're gonna do it, I think you go all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. You give them like a a Sibian kind of reference photo.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, something like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Check this GIF.
Yeah.
Could be. But I think we should end there. It's getting deep.
That's it. Yeah. Dude, pull me off.
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
go. Mastodon Podcast, episode 236. Thank you, everybody that's in the live. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you for everybody that watched the live episode. Make sure you check out the other stuff. I wanted to thank everybody, too, man. I wanted to thank everybody for the love we've been getting. Our public watch hours are up like 200%.
Yeah.
So...
Which is great because we need it.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much. We're one step closer to monetizing. We appreciate everybody involved, everybody that looks out for us. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up on the way out. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you guys are notified every time we post a short, post a clip or something like that. Smaller, digestible pieces of the full-length podcast. And check us out on audio podcast platforms. If you don't find us on your favorite one,
join the Discord. Join the Discord and harass us until we place the podcast on your obscure podcast listening platform. And you'll also be able to see a clip that Spaz is going to post there because he said Karen O'Leary had a quip about this not too long ago. I'll post a link in the Discord where we were talking about the federal workers.
Oh, interesting. That's dope. See, that's why you got to be on the podcast, on the Discord.
Oh!
What?
Speaking of the Discord, there was a story that Spaz posted on there I wanted to talk about.
All right, so let's talk about it.
Real quick.
We want to talk about extendos. Let's extend the episode. Extendo.
I'm going to extend the episode. This was in the recommended topics section, topic suggestion section. I'll make it quick.
And make sure you guys check out the Discord. This is what we're talking about. You can post topics in there for us to discuss. You can keep up with what we're talking about. Sometimes there's little items that get posted, talked about in there that we end up talking about in the episode. So this way you can have a little background. And go ahead. What do we got?
All right, this is as per the Daily Mail. A woman believed to be a Canadian national has been enjoying a holiday to the Turks and Caicos Islands when a bloody attack happened last Friday. She was just a few yards away from the shore when a predator struck. According to local media, the 55-year-old woman had been waiting in the shallows as she attempted to engage with an animal and take pictures of it, local authorities said. Witnesses said the woman's family were nearby at the time, and her husband had bravely tried to stop the shark from biting her again. Harrowing pictures show how a crowd gathered around an injured woman after she made it to the beach. She made it back to the beach with clothes being held onto her arms, and as they apparently tried to stem the bleeding. So clothes hanging from her arm, I guess like tied to her arms like they're tourniquets.
Yeah, and they were probably holding pressure and stuff.
Mm-hmm. The shark estimated to about 6 feet in length. Blah 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 blah. The woman got attacked by a shark. Interesting part about this story is she was trying to take a fucking picture of said shark. I don't know if you guys know, but the shark lives in the ocean. When you're in the beach, you're in the shark's house. If you see the shark, you should respectfully go the other way, not try to engage in the shark, who is known for eating people. And there's movies been made for the past 60 years about sharks eating people. And even before then, there was movies being made about mysterious ocean monsters eating people. I don't understand what would make this lady think that this was a good idea.
Yeah. It's funny. You know, her taking photos of it is the main part you notice. You know what the main part that I noticed in the story?
What?
Was that her husband tried to fight the shark.
Oh, you got to get down with the shark.
Bro, all right, can we talk about the heroism of this gentleman?
Yeah.
This guy goes in there, starts throwing jabs. He starts hooking with the shark. He's throwing bombs. He's throwing body shots, you know? Like, come on. Talk about a true hero. That dude didn't run. That dude was like, oh, my God, my wife. He was like,
gangster.
Time to get busy.
Yeah, facts.
You know, so, wow. So, first
Gotta
of all,
save this dumb broad out there getting fucked.
I told her about these selfies. I told her about these stupid selfies. One day it's going to get her killed. I saw that Russian kid. He took a selfie on some kind of tower he climbed, fell all the way to his death.
Dead.
You know?
I just re-listened to the Andrew Tate Your Mother's House last night, so I'm in a different mood. I gotta take this story very lightly.
I love that interview, dude.
So yeah, I just think that she's not the two coffees gal. That's why if I was a robot, you'd be bored of me, bitch. If you only knew.
I wish you were a robot.
Anyways,
yeah, we just wanted to touch on that subject because it matters to us when you guys post stuff in the Discord. We want to make sure we touch on it.
yeah, and I thought it was a funny ass story. It's
Yeah.
like right up our alley when it comes to people doing stupid stuff. We're always talking about people doing stupid stuff in nature, and this is just another example of somebody doing something silly in nature.
Exactly.
Silly. And
Silliness.
you almost paid the ultimate cost. You did pay the cost, but not the ultimate cost because you're still alive. So
Yeah, but you could pay the ultimate cost in another way. You mess with nature. You're doing stupid stuff in nature. We'll go live when Ocho Cinco's piece falls off. You know, when his piece falls off in the park, when he's going for a jog and realizes something rolled out of his pant leg and realizes his piece is back there. And somebody that's walking there, Schnauzer, picked it up and is shaking that thing by a tree. Then he's going to be super upset and we're going to go live.
that's very funny.
All right, so that's it. Master Nut Podcast. We're really going to sign off now. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate everybody that tuned in live. Thumbs up, notification bell, subscribe to the channel, listen to us on audio podcast platforms, and join the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord. That's it. Peace out, guys.
Peace out, y'all.
See you guys Tuesday.
Oye, te hablo desde la prisión.